It's so funny. Every time I see the word Hearthkyn, I can't help but think of the Trollkins from the 80s Saturday morning cartoons, and then that stupid theme song just starts playing through my head. Damn it. Hi, I'm John, and welcome back to Dice Paper Miniatures. If you haven't guessed it, in this episode, we're looking at the Hearthkyn announcement that just came out with a bunch of new models to look at. Some pretty cool stuff. I'm definitely excited to get into this one, so let's begin. So here we are back with the Hearthkyn, and yeah, the name kind of says it all. So we have some new models, which are never a bad thing, and I don't know what I was expecting. I thought maybe with more models, it would have a little bit more character, and they kind of do. Kind of, sort of. At this point, I don't really care if they don't look quite like I remember the SQUATS to look like. I do like these designs. They're fun. But the ball-bearing helmet heads are kind of funny on the AI iterations. But yeah, overall, I dig them. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more, I guess, old school squat tropes included. But for the most part, at least within this, I guess, design language of this new iteration of SQUATS, they're consistent. So there's that. I think overall these are pretty cool, and if you want to incorporate some of that Age of Sigmar stuff from the Overlords, I think you could do that too. So the Hearthkyn warriors are often engineered with particular clone skins that allow them to specialize in combat. Heightened senses, improved stamina, and the ability to see better in the dark, to name but a few. Well, that's handy. In contrast, others augment their bodies for battle with mechanical limbs and synthetic organs. Held in equal status in League society, Hearhtkyn also fight shoulder to shoulder with their flesh and blood comrades, kin or kin, even in war. All right. They're growing on me for sure. I think the color schemes for their armor, while it makes sense for their previews for GW, I think these will get a lot more character once, individual, players can kind of customize the look of their particular kin army. So, yeah. I think the neutral palette that they have here may hold them back as far as really what the possibilities are for this particular army. I do like that little kind of throwback to that head ornamentation. That's pretty cool. That's the kind of stuff I was hoping to see that would kind of tie them into what you'd expect from like a squad and a classic dwarf, let's be honest. And I could see an argument made that people might just snip that off. Different strokes for different folks. So this is interesting. Thanes communicate with their squad with the aid of cybernetic implants, relaying strategic instructions from the commanders of the Oathbound to their units, who carry specialized heavy weaponry such as the L7 missile launchers, Edekarn plasma beamers, and Magna rail rifles. L7, isn't that like a band? These units work effortlessly in conjunction with one another regardless of their specialization. Some are tasked with sundering the defenses of heavily armored opponents with ion blasters and Hyla's auto rifles. Okay. While others capture battlefield objectives and lay down a hail of saturated fire with their autarch pattern bolters. Again, still not quite what you'd expect, but it is an interesting mix between Imperial-looking armament and, to some extent, a little bit of Tau. But I say Tau, but it probably leans more towards the Vansars from Necromunda. Yeah, I think their visual language is a little bit closer to Vansars than standard Imperial-looking stuff, which is cool. The Leagues of Votann believe that nothing is worth doing unless it is done well, and they wage war as methodically as any other pursuit. If the cost of the fight cannot be justified, they'll retire from the battle in good order. Every commander, from Thanes to the Grand Leader of an Oathbound, will ensure no kin lives are wasted in the pursuit of victory. To help limit unnecessary loss of life, squads of Hearthkyn often go to battle with experienced field medics or skilled engineers for Hearhtkyn, who can tend to any injuries, be they mechanical or meat. No kin gets left behind. All right, that's cool. I dig them. I think they're very cool. I think if you're new to Warhammer 40K, and whether or not you have a past experience with SQUATS from back in the day, At least from a lore perspective, I think they're cool. I like the look of these. They don't have quite the same character as the old sculpts, but they do have character nonetheless, I think. I like how their helmets kind of have a opened and unopened version. I like a little bit of the inclusion of the old stereotypical squat or dwarven tropes, if you will. Yeah, it's funny. So there is some throwback to the old squats for sure. It's subtle in some instances. And I do like the Hearhtkyn iterations with that ball-bearing helmet. That's kind of, I don't know, it's cute. They all look like chibi Marines to me. I've said that before. I like them. But what are your thoughts? Are you digging the look of these squats? Are you excited for their release? Let me know in the comments below. I'd definitely like to see what you have to say about them as well. For sure. And with that, that's it for this episode. As always, if you've enjoyed this content and haven't yet, please consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and sharing this content with your friends. It really does help with the growth of the channel, and it's greatly appreciated. And as always, I hope you're doing well, be safe, take care, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye.